Mario once again with MI Microflight, and this is my latest go-kart done with gate posts for gates, steel posts you can get from Home Depot. This is 1.5 inch steel square tubing, and I have I don't know, about 13 videos on this project here from start to finish. You can see those videos if you want to get a little more detail. I'm not going to go too much into details here, but this is what it looks like. It's a very, very sweet ride, and I say sweet ride because it's got very positive steering. The steering is kind of like the best part of this car. It feels just right. It does not have caster, it does not have camber. Unlike my racing go-kart here, that's got it's a little more complex in the way I did this, and I did this basically with homemade. The C brackets are EMT that's been bent and attached, creatively with some of these maker pipe connectors. I wanted to retain this car as much as possible with maker pipe connectors, and so that's why I didn't buy any commercial available C brackets or spindles. I did this all with EMT tubing, the way you see it there, the way I showed in some other videos. But this is taking a toll on my wheels because my wheel is scrubbing, and my steering here is there's something funky about the way that this is controlling. I do see something happening here. I do see this angle right here. It's kind of like cocked to the top, and this should be nice and straight for zero camber here on the wheel. So this not only has camber on the wheel that way. That would be I think that's negative camber, or positive camber is like that. Negative camber is the other way. Looking at from either way, front or back. I did relocate the control rods to the front here. I had them here before, and as you can see, there's a bolt right there, hole, and this was up higher when I had this at the rear. So I put them at the front because of these brackets right here. They're more angled that way. When I did the front, they were more angled this way instead of being more inward as it should be for Ackerman adjustment. So I moved this to the front, which is giving me a little more better steering than what I had before. But this angle right here, and it's because this is pretty sturdy the way it's made with all these brackets and very in close proximity to each other, these connections, and I did it like that to establish rigidity on these parts. They have to be rigid, especially the front end, your steering. But somehow this has become a little, with the weight, this has become a little bit skewed, and I do see that this angle right here is like this is putting camber on this wheel, unnecessary camber, and so I'm going to have to fix that. I'm probably going to redo this whole front end and just go with no kingpin inclination here, right here. These brackets are not truly symmetrical from the top and the bottom because this is longer. It's a longer flat here than this right here, and this was to establish my kingpin inclination of I don't know. I think I have like 5 degrees. Yeah, 5, maybe 7 degrees, something like that. And still maintain a horizontal and parallel with the ground axle or spindle. But like I said, with my weight here, this seems to have cocked, itself that way, and so I'm getting a lot of scrubbing on these wheels. Either way, left and right. Unless this is when this is straight, it has no problem. It rides beautifully, and the motors really kick in. But when I try to turn these wheels are scrubbing, and it's like the motor is trying to push a wheel that's almost 90 degrees with the motor. So there's a lot of scrubbing here. You can see these wheels are brand new, by the way, but I'm getting a lot of wear on these on this end right here. I've gotten a lot of wear on this side right here. On both ends, so that is an indication that my camper is not right. This also has caster. It's got a it's supposed to have a little bit of caster, and let's see. Yeah, so I think this one right here has lost its caster a little bit here. That one has caster a little bit towards the back, but this one seems to have lost it. Maybe with the weight, it just bent back. So something happened here. So I'm gonna have to redo that. But this is a little more complex. And so I was saying, with this particular one, I don't have any of those angles, and it's working beautifully. I mean, I really love this little guy right here. So I added those lights. Those are some very bright lights. I order a bunch of these lights because I really like these lights. I'm going to use them in my shed, and not just for go-karts. They're great lights. They're designed for ATVs, I think, and they're fairly inexpensive. So I got two for the front, and I also have two for the back. The red ones were like twice as much money for the red ones just because they're red. So what I decided to do is either use two of these at the back as well with filters, red filters. That way I can maintain the same aesthetical appeal in the front and in the back, or just go with some other lights that I order. So I haven't decided yet, but I did order some other lights that are just little strips that bolt onto the flat of the bumper here. That would be the bumper. So I think those might be better because they're kind of flat, and I don't have to go with a bolt like I did at the front there. So this is I also put some mirrors here, some spiffy mirrors, that allow me to see, what's on my right, what's on my left. As I'm writing this, very important. I do write this at night, basically at late hours, when whenever most people are sleeping. I go for a ride, just to feel the breeze. It's, like I said, a very, very sweet ride. Very solid construction with this tubing, the way I have it set up with these brackets, especially with these 3/16 stick welded C brackets. These came out really well, and this is my third welding job right here. But I'm not totally unfamiliar with welding. I mean, the equipment was new to me when I first got it, and just getting used to the how to make the puddle stay consistent. It took a little practice, but this is basically my third or fourth weld, and these come out very nice. I did grind these. I also welded these brackets on the edges right here, and on the inside as well to create fillets, with the welding nose. And then I came back with my grinder and cleaned that up. Um, the inside I did it with a mill, with an end mill, just because I couldn't get the disc of the grinder, to fit in here properly. So and then I painted them, and they look very, very nice. So I may repeat the same process, for another build, because I do want to build another one of these same style, because it's proved, to be a really good build, very, very clean, and not really that hard. I did have to set up my drill press, make a jig, so that all these I did this all on my drill press, and I don't have just a floor stand-up drill press. I have a bench press that's it's a Delta bench press. It's not a little press. It's a kind of a medium size drill press, and it's able to do this with these things, with the jig set up, so that all these holes come out center line. Excuse me, in this tubing. I mean, we are drilling through steel here, so it does take a little effort to get um, get all these holes drilled. The seat, you can see, is velcroed, and I repurposed. This is an aluminum piece from a wheelchair. I repurposed the foam. I did this cover's brand new. This cover's brand new, with I think this is like canvas material. It's got a rubber back into it, and it's Velcro. It's just like a sleeve that's Velcro. Here, just to allow it to be pulled out and cleaned and washed. This these controllers have a lot of connections there. I cleaned it up a little bit, but I'm going to clean that a little more here now that I developed this. 3D printed part right here. man, the sun is getting hot again. So let me just take it over here. So it's got great control. So the panel is this 3D printed part. This is 1/8 inch thick all the way. So it's pretty solid, 3D printed. It's done in just PLA for the time being, but I think I am going to do this in ABS. This cannot stay in the sun because it'll probably soften up. It probably won't melt, but it'll soften up, being PLA. But that's my control panel right there. So I'm going to be wiring all these things that are loose. This is my brake right here. This is going to get a just a handle, regular bike handle brake. It has the switch, so it'll be connected to this. But this I've been using as my brake, temporary brake, low brake actually. This does brake, but it takes a little while for it to come to a stop. So this on the low brake. On the high brake, I believe it's a little more abrupt and more direct. I have to play around with that, and I believe there's a mod. Somebody did a mod modifying one of these controllers, to get a little more positive brake. But I don't want this to break. I don't want it to lock the motors right away, because then they can jerk you off, or it cannot be too safe that way. You want gradual braking, but you want also positive braking. So I'll do that through the handle right here, and I just kept this as just a bar here instead of putting a wheel here, because it allows me to do these mirrors, and allows me to keep this throttle control here with a key here. So I didn't put a key. I was going to put a key here, but I do have a main power switch right here, as well as on the key here. So in order to turn this on, this will have to go through here. So this would have to be turned on. On top of that, this battery tray here for my Ryobi batteries. The Ryobi batteries have sockets that each of them have individual switches and are fused individually. So there's a lot of safety there. This is my main switch. I ordered some momentary switches to similar to these ones right here. I just didn't have one, and that's why it's open. For my forward and reverse, because in order to do the forward and reverse, all you need to do is latch it temporarily. The connections that are part of the brushless controllers at the back. All you have to do is just latch those two wires and let go. If you latch it full on, it'll put it in reverse full on. So all you have to do is do that, and it latches it, and then you use your speed control to move backward. So that's going to have to be a temporary on-off switch right there. Just latch it for reverse, latch it for forward. That's how you get your forward reverse. I have cruise control here, because controllers do have cruise control if you want to use cruise control. This right here is speed, high, medium, low. This right here is lights. Turn on the lights, and basically that's all this needs right here. So that's my control panel right there. It's got two holes right here, one for the bottom there, one for the top. Those are 1/4-inch holes. You'll probably use a 1/4-inch screws. So I'm going to have to put some holes here and thread them, so that I can, or tap them, so that I can just install just regular machine screws right directly onto the frame right here. So this mirror right here needs a little tightening. It's kind of a little bit loose. These are really cool mirrors too. These brackets with the arms. You can adjust them. You can put them any which way you want. And with the lights, at night, this looks really cool. I may also add here's just an adapter plate or backrest here. Just something lightweight and simple. Maybe 2 bars with a strap or something, so that I can put a higher back. Because my back right here, it's great for sitting, because you're holding onto the bars. You don't really you're not really pressing your back, but it would be more comfortable just to have a little more back here. I did this because of I was limited by the amount of material this plate had, and because the way it came in. Check out my other videos on how I did this, and you'll understand where I'm coming from with respect to that. I did reinforce also the back. As you can see here, I took one of those really heavy-duty brackets from Home Depot. This is, I believe these are 1-inch thick cold-rolled steel plates. And also check out that video because I have a video on how I did this. And I reinforced the support here. So that has it's got it's got these spacers here just to make this nice and solid here. These are just threaded spacers. They were large enough on the inside diameter, believe it or not. I didn't have to do anything to go over these 5/16 bolts here. 5/16 bolts reinforced also with washers, 2 washers at the top, just so it doesn't collapse the tubing here, because it's spreading the load across the width of this 1.5-inch metal square tubing. I could have stuck this inside this tube right here, but that would have required a little more. I would have to machine this down, so that it fits inside there. And something that maybe on another one I may consider doing that, but it keeps this, lowering this section right here, putting it this way. It raises the height of the rear section just a little bit higher, but it's pretty much parallel, with the ground, because those wheels are the same size. They're 200 millimeters by 50 millimeters. In other words, 8 inches by 2 inches wide. And these are very nice wheels. I just got those also aluminum mags. So, and the wheel pattern or the tire pattern is the same, exactly the same as these right here. I didn't know when I got those wheels, and when I got them, I was like, wow, it's like it was meant to be. So anyway, Mario once again, and this is my latest project. I am working on some other ones, some new ones. Check out those videos. Working on another version of a vintage go-kart, done with also with EMT tubing, maker pipe connectors, but it's not going to be as complex as this one. This one was inspired by a real, the dimensions, the architecture of a real racing go-kart. So it mimics, very much a racing go-kart dimensions. Like I was saying, I'm having issues with the front end here, not scrubbing, the wheel scrubbing. As you can see, this wheel's cocked this way, so it's got too much positive camber. So that has to do with the section right here. So I'm either going to, I think I'm going to just take the whole front end out and start from scratch and make these C brackets maybe something a little bit different than the way I have it here. In my other one that I'm working on, my other more simpler vintage type RC go-kart, you'll see what I'm doing there if you watch that video. I just posted that video also, so that if you watch that one, the one that's got titled inspired by a vintage go-kart, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as the C brackets are concerned. So that'll be more positive and more in line with the control that I'm getting on this puppy right here. This is very sweet control. Why do I deviate? Why not? Why build another one? I don't know. My mind is on building these things, and I got hit with the bug of building go-karts. Mario once again with MI Market Flight. Stay tuned for more.